Hello, hi Esoterica viewers. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the collective for the first week of February 1 through 7, 2026. And I'm going to be using the Body Tarot by Emma MacArthur. Set the intention for reading for the collective for clarity for this first week of February 2026. Oh, we already got a card. Oh, it's a few. 2, 3, 4, 5. Any other messages for this first week of February? Just a couple more cards. Ooh, and I really do think that's a couple more cards. It really was. Okay, let's see what we got. This is the week of February 1 through 7, 2026 for the collective. If you are new to my channel, I always read the definitions given by the author, sometimes the artist, when they do a collaboration on creating a tarot deck. And then I will share any other information that I know the cards to mean and channel any information that comes through during the reading. This is a very interesting deck, the Body Tarot. And it's major arcana, minor arcana, but it's excluding the court cards. So there's no pages, knights, queens, or kings. So this is kind of a really fun tarot deck that I feel like it connects you with the energy specifically in your body if something comes up. It doesn't matter where the energy is portrayed in this reading because energy always moves at its own pace. Sometimes it comes in fast, sometimes it comes in slow, and sometimes it lingers. So be aware of that. Just because you see cards upright or reversed, you can always pull the energy from both sides because this is a general reading for the collective. Energy is going to affect each of us differently depending on where we are in our own thinking, our own life, and how we are traversing our path. Know that you can tap into the positive messages at any time. It's just switching your thinking, switching a thought, and that's how we create our reality every day. So let's not live on default and know what energy is coming on this first day of February, starting with 3 of Water. The 3 of Water. Water referring to the suit of cups in the tarot. So cups are all about your feelings and your emotions. In the 3 of Water, if the 2 of Water is romantic love, then the 3 is the card of friendship. We often talk of the friend zone as if it is a bad place, somewhere to be relegated to if our desired relationship does not come to pass. But friendships are among the most important relationships we form in life. Close friends can become like family while also providing a place to safely complain about your actual relatives. This card encourages you to appreciate your friendship groups and ensure you are not letting other parts of your life cause you to neglect them. Oh, that's interesting. Because the energy is coming in reverse stronger, it might mean that there could be some distance between you and your friends. So maybe just as a reminder that your friends are always there for you. They're always around, and just picking up where you left off is as easy as saying hello, and the energy between you and your friends will just resume and continue to flourish. And as we are going into the energy of the fire horse for 2026, you really need your friends. So go ahead and call on them and keep them close in your life, because the fire horse energy, which we will see as we go on, starting on the 16th, is that energy is, I can feel it already starting to come in. So you might be too. And having your friends to count on, to converse with, to just be there for you, to help you process this new energy, because this is going to be an amazing year, 2026, of passion, fire, manifesting. It's going to be incredible. Energy of your friends in this card is your main organ is your kidneys, secondary organ, the bladder. The color is blue and black. And this is love and relationships, emotional health, sex, and desire. If you are needing some help in this area of connection with your friends, maybe wear some blues, maybe wear some black, and make sure that you have those energies definitely as your base, because your friends are your base. So wear some black pants, some blue jeans, and call up your friends. The next energy coming in is the muscles, and this is a major arcana card. Judgment, keywords, renewal, calling, reckoning, rebirth. The element is earth. Muscles are not just the biceps we think of on a gym enthusiast. They help us breathe and defecate, hold us, support and moderate, and do the heavy lifting. Muscles are form and function all in one. When we find our purpose in life, we often name that a calling, and the muscles have answered their calling throughout our bodies. Similarly, this card may indicate that you are being drawn to a career that you previously had no notion of doing. Receiving this card in a reading allows us to discern for ourselves what is the best way forward. We can exercise our judgment safe in the knowledge that we have the wisdom to make the right choice. That decision will often lead us to a place of renewal and rebirth. It is not always comfortable. If you have been kicking a difficult decision down the path, hoping it will go away, this card says now is the time to deal with it before you store up any more problems for yourself. When you finally commit one way or another, the stars will align to help you to see what you knew all along, that you always had the strength within you. And we truly do. We all have muscles, and by supporting our muscles, strengthening our muscles, that's going to give us the energy to manifest whatever it is that we want in our lives. And the judgment card often is us judging ourselves too harshly. So take this time, as you feel this energy, to really be grateful for the muscles that we have, because without them, we wouldn't be able to move our bodies around to do anything in this life. So take care of your body, take care of your muscles. Don't overwork them, massage them as often as you can, and stretch them. Stretching, you want that compression and release to move fluids through your muscles so that they continue to move the rest of you. So that's a really wonderful card. I really like that. The next energy coming in is the 8 of metal. Metal is going to be representing your lungs and your large intestine. The colors are silver and white. This grouping of metal cards refers to the pentacles in the traditional suit of tarot. And this is about your money from career ambition, status, or inheritance. The 8 of metal. Home, energy, and blessings. This is the card of prosperity at home. Your home should be your haven. So if it is starting to look a little unloved because you are spending so much time out of it, try to schedule some time to feather your nest and make it comfortable and enjoyable to be in again. A well-loved home attracts more abundance and blesses the people who live in it. If you'd like to work with the energies in the home, try the Chinese practice of Feng Shui. This is speaking directly to the energy of 2025. 2025 is the year to really get rid of everything that does not serve you. Not only your internal beliefs, but also stuff that is blocking you from receiving all of the blessings that you are wishing for, that you are trying to manifest for yourself. And last year was really about getting all of that ready to move you into this fire horse energy that is going to have all of the dreams that you have been dreaming up and moving you into it. So keep purging if you have to, and give some love to your home. It's coming up to spring soon, so there's nothing wrong with a little bit of early cleaning. And when spring does roll around, you can just go out and play instead. In the next energy, 7 of metal. Keywords: resolution, family, solutions. Sibling rivalry can often take on quite epic proportions. If you find that you are frustrated by differences between you should consider booking a family holiday. That may have elicited a yelp of protest, but the truth is that we often expect things to be awful without having first given them a chance. If a holiday is a step too far, schedule a nice lunch on neutral ground, such as a restaurant or cafe, and try to mend your relationship that way. That's very interesting. Sevens are often challenges, and here in the Pentacles, often being about money, especially with family, that can sometimes really split a family. So the reason that there's any abundance at all, if you're talking about inheritance coming from your parents, from your family tree, your family is why they created that. And that includes you, includes your siblings, maybe cousins, maybe adopted family. It doesn't matter. Just keep your family close. We are going into some very powerful energies coming up. So not only do you want your friends, you do want your family with you to face together the changes that are coming, the energy that's coming. Moving on to the Six of Metal, keywords, partnership, budgeting, decisions. Relationships can be fraught, and one of the things that partners most argue about is money. The best way to avoid that is to have honest discussions about what money means to you and your values with regards to it. Would you feel comfortable having a joint account? Do you prefer to keep all your finances separate? This should not be an exercise in blame or control, a red flag in any relationship, but an honest appraisal of how your money mindsets fit together. Ooh, okay, this is a big one. In a relationship with your partner, you are both bringing money and your abundance into a partnership, and that can cause a lot of tension, a lot of, wow, I'm having some problems speaking about this. My voice keeps cracking. When it comes to your partners, you want to have a balance. And sometimes one of the partners might make more money than the other, but that doesn't mean that you're not equal. The other partner can probably do more for the family, for your partnership, for whatever this is in other ways. So contribution is not just money. There's more to it. Money is just energy, and it is one form of abundance, but love is a big energy of abundance, and skills are abundance. So not everybody may contribute the same amount of one type of energetic abundance. So discuss together what that's going to mean for the two of you or more as you work out this equal partnership. Talk about it often and always praise each other for their contributions so that everybody feels gratitude for what they can offer to a partnership, because everybody brings their 100% of themselves. And that could be their skills. It can be their love. It can be their attention. It can be their spirituality. It can be anything. So recognize that in each other, not just money. Okay, moving on. The next energy, Three of Metal. Keywords, windfall, inheritance, compromise. An inheritance or windfall may be on the way for you. How you invest it will have a far-reaching influence, so it is best to consider things carefully. A second home abroad or improvements to your existing property are both good ideas for a sensible use of the funds. However, if arguments arise with others as a result of the choices you make, it is best to reach a compromise rather than sour relationships over money. Oof. Again, money isn't everything. And in channeling, I know that there's going to be a major upheaval with regards to the monetary systems around the world. Don't be frightened. Don't let that fear hurt your relationships, your friendships, your partnerships. It's going to be something that's going to test everyone. And all I can say is a reaction to whatever, especially in money, is going to shape how you go forward in the future. And this is really, it's about your reaction. Money will come, money will go, money will change, it will shift, but it is just energy, and how you feel about it is what's going to shape your path forward, your future. And money is going to expand. And it's going to expand for everybody. Abundance is coming in, and it's going to shift everyone. So if your relationships, your partnerships, your friendships are solid, you guys can withstand anything and everything that's going to happen. Skills, your knowledge, your education, all of that is not worthless. That is potentially more valuable than the energy of money, things that we use for exchange, currency. But that doesn't have to always be the only form of exchange. Just consider that as we go forward and whatever the changes that are going to affect all of us and what you can offer, because it might not be just money. So brush up on your skills. We finished the first week of February with the stomach. This is a major arcana card, justice. Keywords: fairness, judgment, consequences, legality. The element is earth. The stomach is the powerhouse of the body. It is now thought that we have a secondary brain or of sorts in our gut that is responsible for all the processes that happen there. Have you eaten something and immediately known you were going to be sick? That's the stomach telling you swiftly what is good for you. Because you may have sniffed what you ate and thought it was fine, but the stomach has better judgment than you and has rejected what you ingested. In the same way, this card is about sound judgment and swift, decisive action. Society decides together in democratic nations what their laws should be. We then follow these, or not, depending on our personal morality. This card indicates the consequences of our actions, whether that is a broken contract or a criminal act. This can be a very positive card to draw if you have been the victim of crime, as it can indicate that justice will result. But this interpretation does depend on where in the spread the card lands. In any case, at last, you do know that all the arguments will be weighed and the judgment will be a considered one. Wow. Okay, that's so interesting because we had all of these pentacles, all of this energy of money right here, and then it ends with the justice card. That tells me that so much of our relationships are a little too dependent on the energy of just money. And just remember that abundance is not just money. We are all abundant in something, and it's your skills, it's your knowledge, it's your wisdom, it's your capacity to love, to be grateful, it's your spirituality, it's whatever it is that makes you you. You are not money. You are not just a paycheck. You are not just the energy of money. You are more than that. And this is going to be, this first week of February is going to be testing and trying for some people who only think that their contribution is monetary. And I promise you, you are more than any amount of money. And your friendships, your friends, your partner, your family, they love you for you. They don't love you because of how much money or wealth you might possess or bring in. So tap back into that, and you need to tap into that now because, like I said, the energy of the fire horse is coming and it's going to shift so many areas of our lives. So make sure that you have your friends and your family and your partners on the same page with you, that money is just an exchange for things. But you can also exchange things without money with everyone. If we think back before we really relied upon currency, everybody had stuff. They had skills. Maybe some people would farm and some people would bake and some people knew how to fish and to provide in other ways. So be aware that that could be a form of exchange going forward. So, you know, those people who do hoarding, all their stuff is a form of abundance. If they wanted it, then maybe other people will too. And myself, I am so guilty of hoarding everything. I'm an artist. So art is going to be my contribution if for any reason I don't have monetary resources to exchange. So think about yourself and what your skills are, because we potentially are shifting to a reality where monetary currency is not going to be the main focus. That is a potential of how we go forward in life. So take care of yourself, your house, your body, and your friendships, your partners, and your family. Wow, that's a lot. I'm going to pull a card I'm going to do these new cards that I just got for my little oracle. I set the intention for clarity on this reading for the collective for this first week of February. Ooh, that's a lot. That's too many. I'm tempted to take this card right on top because it's staring at me. We'll take this one because it landed face up. Storms don't last forever. Just stay calm. Close your eyes and center yourself. Feel your body, your breath. What do you sense? Believe it. You can overcome any difficulty by staying calm in all circumstances. Wow. That is so much about what I was just saying, which is it's about your perception and your reaction to anything and everything in your life. How you react is going to create more of a storm, more worry, more problems, more issues. But you can also be calm and you can just allow. And by just allowing everything, not living on default, but choosing to allow the world to shift. If your reaction remains calm, then you can weather any storm, any situation, any information that happens that changes basically what you perceive as your reality. We all have it within us to have that perception that it's all going to be okay. We don't have to pay anything for the beautiful sun that rises every morning. We don't have to pay anything for blue skies and puffy white clouds. The world is going to change. And whatever happens in the chaos, your reaction to whatever happens in your life, in your reality, and how you react to it. If you get upset and chaotic within your own body, especially if it affects your breathing or your digestion here in these metal elements, that's going to potentially create more of that. But if you can just be calm and tap into your own inner peace and hold on to that and tap into that whenever you are worried about anything, just help yourself to release it. You're going to make it through everything just fine. You really are. You're going to weather the storm. You are like the eye in the storm. The chaos can happen around you, but you are safe, connected to your own inner being. And the best way to do that is by breathing, breath work, and meditation and calm. That's going to get you through everything and anything. I wish you the very best. I see this. You are possum. Oh, I love it. For my friends, I love you, and I wish everyone, the entire collective, calm and peace and success. Because we can always be successful in any situation. And that can mean different things to everyone. But I think the biggest one is going to be success with your own inner calm, your own inner voice, reminding you and telling you and you believing everything is always going to work out. Everything is always going to work out because it always has. It always does. You're here today. And if you're watching this, you've already weathered many storms potentially throughout your life. So you can do it again and again, and don't react to chaos. Rise above it, go within, just breathe, meditate. And when you come out of that meditation, you will know what directions to take because you'll be acting from a place of calm, a place of inner knowing, inner wisdom. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye for now.